A blessed day to all of us. Again, I am Isa B. Abalo, your next discussant for today. And now, I will bring you to the next door of learnings and discoveries in EL 319, Resources Management and Human Relations in Educational System with our professor, Dr. Creston B. Canales. Just fasten on your seatbelt because we are about to start our journey filled with spectacular and meaningful experiences to acquire new ideas, concepts, and information that would transform you as empowered HR manager and leader. Welcome to our topic, Human Resource Management in Organizations. At this session, we will highlight the functions, importance, and benefits of HRM. What is HRM, or Human Resource Management? According to the Harvard model of Human Resource Management created by Michael Beer, Human Resource Management is a strategic approach to the employment, development, and the well-being of the people working in an organization. So when we say Human Resource Management, it is a set of organizational activities which involves planning or managing of employees or people, starting from the recruitment process, selection process up to the retention process, wherein the HR and the retention aspect is continue developing and upgrading the skills and competencies and fulfilling their needs to perform better within the organization, just to attain the goal of the workplace. Human resources management involves all management decisions and actions that affect the relationship between the organization and its employees, in other words, its human resources. So HRM pertains to some decisions and actions on how to motivate employees through satisfying their needs in terms of compensation, privileges, and benefits. These things can greatly affect and shaping good relationship between the organizations and its employees. It concentrates on making the most of the human resources that are at the disposal of the organization and enhances the performance of employees to achieve the organization's objectives. So HRM focuses also on how human resources or people are being organized, regulated, and places them in a certain task, then giving them opportunities to improve their performance by tracking first their needs, priority development just to perform well, and participate actively to achieve the objectives. HRM ensures the seamless and effective application of policies and processes in the business. So one of the functions of HRM is to formulate policies and actions, then implement them in the field. The formulated policies are anchored on the vision, mission, and goals of the organization. Of course, these policies are not one-sided and have beneficial effects for both employees and organizations. HRM is there to keep the balance between employee needs and satisfaction and an organization's profitability and capability to reach its objectives. So HRM is considering or fulfilling employees' needs and satisfaction in terms of training needs, compensation, incentives, benefits, and privileges. And these are the things that condition every employee to work better or stay loyal in the workplace, which resulted to higher chance of reaching company's goal. An efficiently functional HRM aids the workforce of an organization to contribute efficiently and effectively towards the overall achievement of an organization's goals. So we can say that HRM is really functional if all employees are being developed in terms of skills and competence level in the form of in-service trainings, workshop, and seminar. Just like at DepEd, the organization is continuously providing development program and training courses that are relevant and suitable to the needs of all employees. In this way, the DepEd can create effective educators who can contribute for the success and attainment of quality education. What are the functions of HRM? HRM functions as, first, managerial, second, operative, and the last, advisory. Under managerial functions, we have planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Let's dig deeper about managerial functions. So first, we have planning. The planning function of HRM ensures the best fit between employees and jobs while avoiding manpower shortages or surpluses for the organization. So in this function of HRM, the HR will need to revisit, review, analyze, or ensure that all present employees are really fit to their position or capable of doing their designated task. It involves also determining or analyzing the present manpower supply within the organization and anticipating the hiring needs of the organization, planning job requirements, job descriptions, and determining the sources of recruitment. So in planning, the HR manager establishes and develops some plans and programs. Do you know the 4 steps of HRP process? And now, I will give you the 4 steps of HRP process. The first one is analyzing present human resource supply. Second, forecasting human resource supply. Third, projected the human resource demand and with supply. And the last, aligning the first 3 steps to the organizational goals. So under managerial function, we have the so-called organizing. It involves developing an organizational structure to ensure the accomplishment of the organizational goals. The structure is usually represented by an organizational chart, which provides graphic representation of the chain of command within an organization. So after the human resources manager establishes the objectives and develops some plans and programs to achieve them, after planning, the HR manager needs to design and develop the organization's structure to carry all the different operations. To develop the organization's structure, the HR will group all personal activities into functions or positions, then assign different group of activities to different individuals, delegating authority according to the task assigned and responsibilities, and coordinating those activities to the employees. The third managerial function is directing. This includes activating employees at different levels and making them contribute maximum towards organizational goal. Tapping maximum potentialities of an employee via constant motivation and command is a prime focus for this function of HRM. So the smart implementation of plans created by the HR depends upon how motivated the people are. The directing functions of HRM involves encouraging people at work willingly and efficiently to achieve the goals of the organization. In other words, the directing function of HRM entail guiding and motivating people to accomplish the personal programs. To do this effectively, the HR must identify the needs of the employees and means and methods on how to satisfy them. So after satisfying them through giving them a fair salary, incentives and privileges, providing safety environment, they will have a self-drive to implement those assigned responsibilities and tasks. In other words, the success of the implementation of programs depends upon the motivational level or satisfaction level of the employees. Next managerial function is controlling. Post-planning, organizing, and directing performance of an employee is to evaluate, verify, and compare with organizational goals. If performance is found to be deviating from the plan, control measures are to be taken. Controlling is all about regulating activities in accordance with the plans formulated based on the objectives of the organization. This is the fourth function of the HRM and completes the cycle. In this, the manager observes and subsequently compares the results with a set of standards. In this area, the HR will need to ensure whether employees are functioning well, whether their performance is okay, whether the objectives are totally achieved. If it is not, the HR will need to correct any deviations that might occur. Or if there are some loops and loopholes in accomplishing tasks, the HR will provide interventions or another strategies or plans to improve and attain the goals successfully. What are the operative functions? Okay, these are recruitment and selection, job analysis and design, performance management, learning and development or the L&D, compensation management, policies, employee welfare, and the last, HRMS. The first operative function is recruitment and selection. Creates a pool of prospective candidates and selects the right candidate from the pool. So in the recruitment process, the HR is analyzing first the existing vacancies needed to fill in. the total number of applicants to be hired. Then the HR will need to describe the tasks that are required for the job, which is the job description, and it lists all the requirements that a person needs to do the job or the job specification. So in these functions, methods and strategies are being emphasized on how to attract, hire, and evaluate employees. So in selection process, the HR is selecting the best applicants that really fit to that position. Screening is really happening using the selection tools such as application forms, interview, skills and knowledge test, personality test, and checking references. According to a study by the Allegiance Group, 83% of organizations believe attracting and retaining talent is a growing challenge. So the study implies that it is difficult to hire right and qualified employees and make them retain in an organization. So before the recruitment, the HR must need to have strategic planning to attract qualified employees, then make them loyal and stay in the workplace. The HR must keep them satisfied and fulfill their needs and motivate and develop them fully. In this way, the retention rate of employees will increase. Second operative function is job analysis and design. It includes describing the nature of the job, including the real requisite qualifications, skills, and work experience for a specific position within an organization. This function is crucial in helping in combining tasks, duties, and responsibilities into a single work unit to achieve organizational goals. So job analysis is a process of determining the different tasks that are associated within a specific job. It is the foundation of HR management. It is a tool for organizations to understand what type of staffing and training is required to ensure the high performance of employees. Job analysis enables the organization to develop job descriptions and specifications to recruit individuals that have specific knowledge, skills, and abilities for these jobs. After this, we have the so-called job design. It defines how tasks are performed and the types of tasks that are part of a job. It is one of the retention strategies to encourage employee satisfaction. After the recruitment process, the job design focuses on how to improve the performance of the employees and how to satisfy them in the workplace. The third operative function of HRM is performance management. Checking and analyzing employee performance is another important function that HRM performs. So when we say performance management, it is a corporate management tool that helps managers monitor and evaluate employees' work. The goal of this is to create an environment where people can perform to the best of their abilities and produce the highest quality work most efficiently and effectively. Performance is the determinant factor whether a particular expectations are really achieved. The expected performance are aligned to the vision, mission, and goals of the organization. The fourth operative function is learning and development, or the L&D. It allows employees to acquire new skills and knowledge to perform their job effectively. L&D also prepare employees in taking up higher level of responsibilities. It involves set of activities to develop and improve the skills, potentials, and knowledge of the employees. It is in the form of formal training, seminar, coaching, and mentoring. Number 5 operative function is compensation management. It includes determining pays for different types of compensation, incentives, bonuses, and benefits related to a job function. The HR is managing, analyzing, and determining the salary, incentives, and benefits of each employee receives. In this compensation management, ensures that employee get paid a fair salary based on work performance, position, responsibilities, and experience. Effective management benefits both the employee and the employer. Employees who receive a fair base salary, generous benefits, and incentives in return for their work are much more likely to stay at their job than they maintain a high performance and morale. Number 6, we have the so-called policies. HRM functions by drafting, revising, publishing, and implementing the organizational policies, which are essential for the fair treatment for all employees. So human resource policies are the formal rules and guidelines to run the operative functions or HR tasks. Policies should be based on fair treatment for all employees. These are the examples of policies. Equal employment opportunity policies, policies related to compensation, performance evaluations and performance improvement, and termination policies. All employees must be oriented with these kinds of policies. They must be aware of this because these are the compass or the direction on how to act, participate, and perform within the organization. Remember, policies should be clearly stated and articulated. Number 7, we have the so-called employee welfare. This function takes care of numerous services, benefits, and facilities provided to an employee for their well-being. So the objectives of employee welfare are to improve the life of the working group and to bring holistic development of the workers' personality and so on. So in this function, it involves workers to perform their work in healthy and favorable environment. It is one of the factors that retain the employee longer within the organization. The last under operative function is HRMS. These functions involves recording, maintaining and retrieving employee-related information, including employment history, work hours, earning history, and etc. HRMS stands for Human Resources Management System. It facilitates the safe and efficient storage of employees' data. With the help of HRMS, an HR representative can easily process employee information in the system without wasting much time doing the paperwork. With the use of technology or software, the employer's related information can easily be stored and accessed. It aims to improve the productivity and efficiency of the organization and improves the hiring process, improves decision-making, and enhances security of all files. This moment, we will explore the advisory functions of HRM. Advisory functions include, first, top management advice, and the last, we have department head advice. Under top management advice, one of the critical HRM functions is to advise the top management on formulating policies and procedures. The advisory function of HRM also advises the top management on appraisal of manpower. This function also involves advice regarding maintaining high-quality human relations and improving employee morale. Personnel manager advises the top management in formulation and evaluation of personnel programs, policies, and procedures. He also gives advice for achieving and maintaining good relations and high employee morale. The last advisory function is the department head advice. Under this HRM function, HRM advises the heads of various departments and policies related to job design, job description, recruitment selection, and appraisal. So the personnel manager offers advice to the heads on various departments and matters regarding the operative functions such as recruitment and selection, placement, training, performance appraisal, and others. Do you know the importance of HRM? We have listed 6 importance of HRM in organizations. So first, recognizing and valuing individuals. Second, people bring ideas. Third, quality of work life. Fourth, facilitates continual worker adaptation. Fifth, employee satisfaction. And number 6, beyond technical training. How about the benefits of HRM? So under the benefits of HRM, we have the so-called strategic management. So HRM enhances the company bottom line by triggering positive output, leading to organizational success. Leaders with expertise in HRM participate in corporate decision-making that underlies human resource decisions. Number 2, we have mission, vision, values, and goals. HRM, when handled strategically, contributes to organizations' mission, vision, values, and goals. This, in turn, enables employees to see where they fit within the organization and helps to shape and define their roles. Number 3, branding internally. Creating a positive brand about the organization for its employees and internal stakeholders is an important responsibility of HRM. Number 4, we have creating awareness for employees. So HRM builds workplace awareness by providing complete information to employees of their functioning and governance. Number 5, we have talent management. And this is one of the important responsibilities of HRM. HRM remains committed to recruitment and selection, onboarding, training, management development, performance management, succession planning, career paths, and other aspects of talent management. Number 6, we have the so-called organizational culture. HRM impacts the culture of the organization and has a key role to play in ensuring that an organization's culture continues to be supportive and effective. The culture of an organization never solidifies. It changes with changing demographics, workplace norms, industry forces, and other factors. HRM molds the organization's culture is reflected in the HRM, so they are interlinked. Number 7, we have the so-called conflict management. Conflicts are part of any healthy and robust organization. Not everyone always feels the same way, but they need to develop effective working relationships for contributes and productivity. HRM helps by knowing the personalities of each of the employees and taking on the necessary role of advocate, coach, or mediator. Before we end our session for today, I would like to share to you this quote from Ken Robinson. Human resources are like natural resources. They're often buried deep. You have to go looking for them. They're not just lying around on the surface. You have to create the circumstances where they show themselves. So that's the end now of our discussions regarding human resource management in organizations. Thank you for listening. I hope you have learned from this session. Good luck and God bless everyone.